Hi, Katherine. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me again. I can't wait.
I'm super excited to have you because we are in our 3-month mark. So I just want to hear, how everything is going. I know you're super busy, so I'm not going to take a lot of your time. So let's dive in right away. Is that okay with you?
Of course, let's get on with it.
Perfect. So could you tell me a little bit like how or where were you before we started working together?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I mean, before we started working together, I remember it was a real challenge for me to lower my weight down to um, less than 130 pounds. I keep on fluctuating between 130 and 140, and I'm petite. I'm like 5'1", and so that's a lot of weight for me. It's overweight, but I have two boys, and my youngest, he's about 7 years old now, and I joke that I've been pregnant for almost 7 years, even after he was born, because I cannot get my pregnancy belly out, regardless of what I do, and especially lower my weight below 130. So that's where I was before working with you.
That's fantastic. So, where exactly were your struggles at
Before working with you,
the time
my
before we start working together?
yeah, well, my struggle was not knowing how to go about it. I mean, I was thinking you just diet and eat less, which I tried to do, but I
How
did
that
lose.
one went?
Well, I'm not a diet fanatic like, like some other people, but I just started lessening the amount of food that I would eat. And it did help lower my weight down, but I just cannot make it lower than 130. I just know that I feel healthier in the 120-ish pounds of weight. And so I wanted to hit that to feel healthy, not so much as, oh, so I can brag about my weight loss. Not at all. I just wanted to feel healthier that way. So the struggle was knowing what to eat, when to eat, and how much to eat.
Mm, got it. And did you have any concerns before we start working together?
Mm, Not so much. My concern is, yeah, just lack of information. So I was really looking forward to knowing more how I can improve my diet and just be healthy in doing that.
Awesome. So now let's talk about what happened during our work together. So first of all, well, actually, I replied to that already. We have been working for 3 months. So
Yeah.
sorry, I took that one away from you. What has been your favorite part about working together?
My favorite part was I can still eat a lot of food. I think I mentioned to you that it's interesting how it's supposed I'm losing weight even though I'm eating more, and it's more because I'm eating more protein, and it's not even a just a hardcore protein diet, because I've seen friends and relatives go on keto diet where it's just protein, and they can't they can't last through it. They saw a result and then they can't keep it up. But I feel that with how you gave me that information, I could still eat protein and I could still eat my carbs and have my dark chocolate and have a glass of wine here and there and not have to worry much about it. It's just more of that there's a different kind of knowledge that I have.
Will you say maybe like that equals to freedom now? Do you feel more free and like you don't have food noise, like you're not thinking or overthinking every bite?
Oh yeah, definitely. And also too, I'm less hungry or craving for things, so that was really helpful because yeah, when I hyper focus and I try to work, I would crave a lot, and I
Mm,
realized I was craving a lot of carbs and sugar. But now, because I'm eating more protein than carbs, then my craving have has decreased, so that was really good.
that's fantastic. So back then, what made you decide to start working with me? And you were like, you know what? I have been trying so many things, but let's give this a try.
Yeah, because I just can't do it on my own. Sometimes I'm a coach myself. I'm an ADHD coach, so I'm a believer that there are things we can't do by ourselves. Sometimes you just need a little push, and I felt that was me. I've hit a plateau where I cannot improve anymore. I did lower my weight as much as I can, but I'm not hitting the goal that I wanted, and so I needed a push. And I thought, let's give Selene a try.
Fantastic. So now, I mean, because you keep on saying I wasn't able to do this, I wasn't able to hit this. So,
Yeah.
what was your weight when we started, and what is your weight now?
I think my weight was 137 and now my weight is 126. And so that's huge because, as I mentioned, I couldn't even crack below 130. So that was really helpful. And I mentioned to you the story that I went for a mammogram and I had to update my weight. And I realized that a year ago, my weight at that time was 135 and I had to update it to 126. So that was a good feeling. And knowing that my health is actually decreasing. So that's one. And another thing, that goal that I reached because we were working together, was I actually decreased my belly fat to about 2 inches. So my waistline have been 2 inches less than before, which is huge. I couldn't get my waistline to go down at all. So I know that's just the start of, yeah, lessening my waistline.
Fantastic. I actually, you were saying that, and I just remember the day we hop in a call and you say, Selena, something funny happened today, but I don't think I'm seeing right. And I'm like, what's that? I'm like, I like caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror and I look slimmer. I'm like, you are a slimmer. Like I see on your
Yeah.
face every single week, you are a slimmer.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
common because after trying to do something for such a long time and not achieving it, and something that you said and is very common is like I just cannot like grab the fact that I'm eating more but I'm actually losing weight and I
Yeah.
feel better and I'm losing inches, so that's very good because that means your visceral fat is going down. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Exactly.
that is fantastic. So, congrats because you
Thank
have been doing the work. So, this is wonderful. How do you feel working together had improved your life? The things that you had learned and all the things and we have been doing together.
I think the information I'm really glad to learn because I can apply it even later on in my life. Like, even after our work, I know I'll still continue thinking about what you say, thinking about like, oh, how much protein am I eating? Noticing how it affects my craving and my body. And also, I have been using the same information you're giving me to my kiddos, trying to introduce them to food and less carbs, which is hard for kiddos who like sweets a lot. So, but slowly and surely, I'm just trying to make healthier choices. I knew that already. I mean, we know what to do, but we just can't do what we know. So, making healthy choices, I knew that. I just didn't know what that exactly meant. So now I can apply that for myself, and not just myself, but for my family as well. So that's a good win win for everyone.
I love that ripple effect. To me,
Yes.
that's very important. So, will you say like the strategy that I have taught you have been helpful? Is simple to apply?
Yes. It has been very simple to apply, and just thinking about also um, the food that I eat, being conscious about the food that I eat, taking pictures of my food and seeing visually what I was eating before and after. So that was helpful. I'm not a tracker person, as you know, based on our work together, but the visual part of seeing it was the tracker in itself. So sometimes I even just, because I've been used to taking pictures, I will just take pictures to remind myself, oh, okay, yeah, that's what I ate, or what did I eat in the morning. Usually I don't even think about what I ate the whole day, but now I'm thinking and mentally calculating, the protein intake, or did I have my carbs there? How much carbs have I eaten so far, and stuff like that. So
That's good. That's good. It's integrating it, but without the concern. It's not
yeah.
like, oh my God, do I'm gonna gain weight if I eat this? So with that being said, if you don't mind, I would love for you to talk a little bit that you are from the Philippines, right? And
Yes.
for you, your culture is super important. And normally your dinners are Filipino dinners.
Yes.
And, and at the beginning, that was a little bit of your a concern, thinking that I may tell you to change that. So, have you had to stop eating your food, your culture that is so important for you to bring to your sons? How that part has been?
That was really good to with what we how we incorporated that, because like you said, I'm Filipina. I was born and raised in the Philippines, and then I still eat Filipino food. So, and Filipinos, rice is our staple. Every time we eat lunch or dinner, we always eat our food with rice, and even breakfast sometimes. So, but I know we eat a lot of rice. So that's one of the reasons too why I was gaining so much weight, and because of or I can't lose any weight because of the rice. So by still being able to eat my Filipino food at night and just lessening the rice intake for the rest of the day, that was helpful in itself. And I was surprised with how big of a difference that actually gave me.
That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that with us. So, will you recommend me to a friend? Like, will do, because at this point I'm kind of sad here. I'm almost about to like, what about my support? Only about the strategy and the information I gave you. What about my support? So
Oh,
help me with my ego here.
yes. Well, if you're looking to find someone who can help you understand the food you're eating, and actually need, if you need just a little bit more push to get to the weight that you're looking for, and you're looking to get rid of your belly fat from your pregnancy because you still look pregnant like I have for the past 7 years, then I highly recommend Selene to help you with that, because it's a diet that you eat a lot of food still. How is that for a health weight loss program?
Yeah, I always hear that. Like sometimes some of you tell me like I have never eaten this much in my life.
Yes,
Now I'm eating more and I'm actually finally losing weight. So
exactly.
I thank you for that and thank you for boosting my ego. I needed it.
Of course.
And so the last thing I want to ask you for now is, because as you know now, right? Because that's the main thing in my program. We don't eat to lose weight, we eat to regulate our nervous system. How did you feel about that approach? Then it's not the typical using food as a weight loss tool and more as a nervous system regulation tool, and the same with the uh, the other tools that I have taught you and about movement. Like, how did you feel about my new approach to being healthier? Because as you know, I don't like to get fixated about weight loss. Like to me, it's about, feeling good, energized, vibrant, happy with yourself, right? So how do you feel about, this approach of instead of less, eat less, work out more just to lose weight? Like, let's do things to regulate our nervous system, to be happier, to be more centered with ourselves.
Yeah. I that resonates with me because I'm not about weight loss as well, even though I know I was talking about trying to get my weight below 130. That's just such a measurable tool. That's why I focus on that. But for me, what it's really about is having a healthy lifestyle, and I think that's overall the food, your mindset, and also regulating your nervous system. That's why it was very helpful that the changing of my food actually helped regulate my nervous system because it stopped a lot of cravings. So that was fascinating for me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. It has been such a pleasure to have you and to hear all these wins because, as you know, I care for one of each of you, and your happiness and your success is mine. So, thank you so much for your time, love. I am beyond proud of you because you have done the work, you have listened, and you show up for yourself because this is not about me. It's about you, and you did it. So,
Oh, thank you,
congrats.
and I appreciate you.
Thank you, love. Same. Well, I will see you soon. Bye bye for now.